Welcome to
Math Problems number 63.
Math Problems number 63. We're starting the new chapter in the book, which is all about
Fractions.
fractions. You excited to learn about fractions?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited to go through them. Okay, so here's what a fraction is. A fraction is just a number a over b with b not equal to 0. And that's what we're going to talk about today, why the bottom of a fraction can't be 0.
Yep.
Okay, but we have other ways of writing this. We could write this as a divided by b.
Yeah.
Or sometimes you don't ever see b first, I don't think. A divided by b, like that. There's lots of ways of writing.
Yeah.
So these three you'll definitely see. And in the very first chapter in our book about arithmetic, we learned a formula, or a rule, for what this means, a divided by b. Do you remember what that means?
A divided by b, I don't think I remember.
You don't? Okay. It's a times 1 over b.
Oh.
That was our rule. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I just didn't ask the question clearly enough. And so that's all we mean with fractions, and we're going to study. They have lots of really interesting properties. But we can never have the bottom equal to 0, and I want to explain why, because you're going to see that said again and again and again and again. It's always going to say b can't be 0, the bottom can't be 0. Okay? So we can't divide by 0. Let's see why that's true. That'll be a good starting point for understanding fractions.
Yeah.
So let's say we had a fraction 7 over 0, and this was equal to some number x, and we don't know what x is. It could be anything. Okay? So this is the same thing as 7 divided by 0.
So, yeah.
Which is, from our definition, 7 times 1 over 0.
7 times 1 over 0.
And this all has to equal x. Kind of puzzling. What does this even mean? It's all just a bunch of symbols. But let's see if we can understand a different way of thinking about division. 12 divided by 4 equals 3. Means 12 times 1/4 equals 3. Or it also means 12 equals 3 times 4.
Ooh.
Right?
Yep.
Is that true, by the way, that 12 is 3 times 4?
Yep.
Okay. And 12 divided by 4 equals 3, or 12 times 1/4 is 3, and 12 equals 3 times 4. So let's use this idea of thinking about division. 7 divided by 0 equals x. Well, 12 divided by 4 equals 3, meant 12 equals 3 times 4. So this must mean 7 equals 0 times x. Okay? That one leaves you a little bit upset.
But 0 times x will always be 0.
Right, because 0 times anything is always 0, no matter what x is. So that means we can't divide by 0, because the number here is not going to ever be defined, because anything times 0 is always 0, not 7. Okay? So that is why we cannot divide by 0. Even 0 over 0 is not allowed. Okay?
Yep.
Okay? Because for exactly the same reason, if 0 over 0 equals 2, that just means 0 equals 2 times 0. Right? But 0 also equals 3 times 0. And 0 also equals pi times 0.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 0 over 0 even is still undefined. Okay, so what's the rule?
You cannot divide by 0.
Are there any exceptions to that?
No.
Okay, if you ever divide by 0, I'm going to be so angry. You'll have to have a timeout. Okay. Alright, so here, this is the first important thing about fractions. You cannot divide by 0. Okay? Good job, Sven. Good job.